Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is a very brief introduction. I am still under the weather as per my note on my community tab. So if my personality isn't as alive today, there's a reason for it. But as you can tell by the title of this video, we have a lot of makeup to catch up on. The last one of these I did 2 months ago, back at the beginning of June, and I have gotten so much more makeup since then. Half is purchased, half is PR, and I will let you know when we are talking about PR items. I'm going to do my best to dibble dabble the PR in so it's not just all in your face, because I know that can be aggravating. I understand, don't worry. In my last makeup catch up, I did it by category, but this time by brand instead, because that is going to be so much easier and much less confusing when it comes to disclosing my PR. Let's get started. This was a PR package from YSL Beauty. Full transparency, it doesn't come from YSL themselves. This is from the L'Oreal group doing a YSL PR package. So technically it comes from the L'Oreal group in and of itself. A little behind the scenes for you. This PR package was about the 44 Nude Lavalliere color, and I received 5 items, one of which I had to give away. It was the lip plumping oil, and I don't do plumping. I got the Love Shine Candy Glaze, both in the Nude Lavalliere shade, and I think these will be really good on the go colors for me to just throw into my purse and be able to have as a touch up, because the 44 Nude, it's like a nudie pink. It goes, that nudie pink color goes with anything that you may have or have worn off on your lips, unless you're doing like a black lip, right? So I think that will be good for that. I like the formula, I like the texture. Do I think it is something that you necessarily need in your life? No, but if you like the feeling, it's a very heavy component. It is nice. The smell, I like the smell. I think it smells like melon, like honeydew melon, and getting the lid off of these isn't actually that bad, because this is debossed, right? So there's divots here that you can actually grip to be able to get the lid off. So ergonomically, if you have sunscreeny hands, creamed up hands, it's actually not that bad to open those, which is nice because that's not always the case with lip components. In the PR box, they also had the Make Me Blush Liquid Blush, which I actually really like this. It blends out really nicely. I haven't had any kind of problem with it not being able to blend on my routine, which is usually I bounce back and forth, if you've seen my content, with powders and creams to layer and make things look more natural. I haven't had any problems with this. It could just be the color formulation. It could be the Make Me Blush line in general. I don't really know, because this is the only color I have within this line, but I like it. And I do find that I have to layer it though, so I've been layering it with the MAC Strobe Cream blushes. They kind of marry themselves together because this is a semi-matte finish. There's no shimmer, there's no shine, and I'd like to look a little bit more dewy in my complexion. The last thing in the PR box was the Make Me Blush Powder Blush. This color, I have a short on this. It isn't the same shade, it's much more pink. I actually have it on my face today, layered. Of course, there's 2 blushes on my face. It's nice, it's very shiny. It is a satin formula, if you can see the reflect in it. It's hard to open if you have creamy hands. Like, there's no lip here. This is just the back hinge, and there's nothing here to really be able to open. It is a weak, in my opinion, a weak magnet. If that's always an issue for you, you may not like it just for that reason alone. The top part, take it or leave it. Like, it's bougie, it's YSL, it's cushion, like their purse. I don't think this one is necessarily interesting. Like if you're interested in getting a liquid blush, I think the Make Me Blush liquid is more interesting than the powder. Next for PR, I have a lot from MAC. I'm going to start with lip liners because these are quick and easy things to talk about. I have two new lip liners, original formula, Plum and Whirl, both of which I have never owned before. And Whirl has been really nice for being like normal makeup. For when I'm doing castings, this has come in handy for that. And then the Plum lip liner is one that I just recently got, and I really like it. I have it on my lips today all over. There's a gloss on top, but I do have it all over my lips, and I really like this. This has been used so much since I first got it a couple of weeks back that I now have it bumped up into my daily lip liner container because I like it that much. And Whirl hasn't been as loved as Plum, even though this is super duper popular. It's a bit too normal for me. It's just a standard soft rose, dusty rose color. I understand why normal people like Whirl. If you're into doing normal makeup and you don't have it, look into it because you may be surprised at how much you actually like the shade. Okay, next, this was a complete PR package. This is all the shades of the MAC Lip Glazer lip liners. I'm just going to hold up one, but I did get all of the colors sent to me in PR by MAC Cosmetics Canada. I do have multiple short videos on these. It's such a tough one because I really like this formula. I really do, but I don't think that you need to buy it. I only say that because the price per gram on these, if you watch my content, you know I've talked about this. I swear I'm keeping this product segment shorter because I've said it a million times. The price per gram is really bad on these. It's practically atrocious. These are 0.25 grams of product, and the standard lip liners from the same brand are 1.45 grams of product, and both of these cost the same amount of $32 Canadian. So if you do want to try the lip glazer, there's nothing stopping you. It's your money, of course, but don't turn it into an everyday lip liner or you're going to blow through this and your wallet if you do that. By all means, try it. It's a very interesting formula. It is not glossy, it's more of a satin finish, and it does not mattify, but the gloss does get absorbed into your lips the longer you wear it. Very interesting. I hope that they do a shade extension because the shades that they came out with are pretty much only red, a pink red in almost anything. The only shades that I have shown interest in are Root for Me, Night Moth, and Whirlin. That's about it. So 3 out of 8 shades are interesting to me, which it's almost half, but it's not very much a win in my books. It's just, this product is just like a, it's good, but that's about it. This is a MAC Cosmetics product that I have purchased. This is the Powder Kiss. This is the Powder Kiss eyeshadow in the shade Such a Tulle. Tulle as in like the fabric, Tulle. I use this to lavenderize my blush. I have a short up about how to do that if you have fair skin, which you may find interesting because lavender is kind of having a moment in some pockets of the beauty world on the internet. Such a Tulle was purchased by me to help lavenderize things without having to wait for a restock or wait and buy a more expensive blush, and using what you have. We are moving back to lips. This is another purchase from me for MAC Cosmetics. This was purchased in comparison to some PR that I got. This is the Ruby Woo Lip Gloss Love It Classic If you know her, you know her. If you don't know her, you should get to know her from MAC. It is a blue red. It is a classic color. I love the Lip Glass original formula. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. It is a sticky gloss. I prefer a sticky gloss in general. They're just, you put it on your lips and it stays there, and that's my preferred formulation for lip products. But it was purchased because MAC Cosmetics Canada did send me in PR the whole entire MAC LipGlass Air launch. I don't love this formula. I find that it sinks into my fine lines really fast, like way too fast. I have a whole series about it and comparing it to Ruby Woo. That's why I have it, because I was comparing Talented, the Lip Glass Air Red versus Ruby Woo, the original Formula 1 in that comparison, if you don't want to go find the video. But yeah, it's like I pretty much only use these two colors, the clear and the frosting color, because that's all it's really good for in my opinion. All of the darker shades, like I haven't even tried these yet because of the sinking into the lips. So if you're interested in this formula, I was really bummed by this because it is non-sticky and it does feel really light and airy on the lips. But if you have natural lips that haven't had any plumper in them, it's going to sink really, really fast into your fine lines, which is kind of a bummer. It's not that Ruby Woo doesn't, because it does. In my comparison video, I show that it does sink in, but it's just not as much because the formula itself is thicker in the lip glass, is able to stay above your lip lines a little better than this formula, which is much thinner, more comfortable on the lips, but will sink. And the last lip product that was PR I got recently at a MAC event is the shade All Things Magical for the lip glass. I have only worn this a few times, so I don't have much to say about it other than it's a very good basic pink color. Again, if you're into wearing the normal makeup, it does have like a pinky mauve shimmer in it with like reflective gold. On the lips, it is not that obvious. It's more of like a pearl effect than a glitter effect. It's really nice. It's really pretty. It's very normie. It's not alt in any way, but it is the original lip glass formula, so I will be reaching it probably more than all the other ones. And very quickly, I'm just going to talk about this Lancome product, which was PR as well. I did get 3 shades of this in PR. This is the only one I used on my lips, so I kind of had to keep it. The other 2 I will be giving away because the smell, atrocious. Truly atrocious. I hate this. I don't reach for it because of the smell. I love the color and the shimmer inside of it. It is gorgeous, but the smell, Lancome. Honestly, why would you bring back that? It smells like a horrible roses, and it's just, you can taste it in your mouth and then you feel it at the back of your throat, and it is just awful. Truly awful. If that doesn't bother you, then by all means go to a Sephora, put it on your hand, see if you like it, because the formulation, it's a lip balm. Like, it's nice. There's not much to say about it. I haven't actually been able to keep it on my lips long enough to talk about the wear throughout the day because the smell is just so overpowered. Like, my entire like container just smells like this product because it, like, you can smell it. Like, you can smell it through the plastic at the opening because it is just so strong, so strong. I wish they made a unscented version because it is nauseating at how strong it is. Okay, we are going to jump into a very long segment. These are all purchases I have made. At the end of my last video back in June, I did hint at the fact I was waiting for a very specific makeup order to arrive, and it arrived like a day or 2 after I posted that, and it's right here in front of me. It is all cbeauty. Cbeauty, Chinese beauty, aka Chinese makeup brands. When you hear someone say cbeauty J-beauty, K-beauty, C-beauty, Chinese makeup brands, K-beauty, Korean makeup brands, J-beauty, Japanese makeup brand, etc., etc. I'm missing one. Oh, where did I put her? Oh no, I'm missing a product. Is it in my purse? Hold on. Oh no. Shoot. Okay, I am missing a lip product. I don't know where I would have put it. Damn. Okay, I'll have to insert a picture when I get to it. It's gonna be one of those things where the second I'm done filming, it's gonna be right in front of my face. And I just can't see it right now. Jumping back into it. So the first product we'll talk about is a eyelash company. I can't read the characters on it, but it is this brand with the little kitty cat putting on mascara. Freya 86, who is a creator. They did a collaboration. They did a collaboration together and they came out with 4 eyelash designs. And because I bought the, oh, I didn't mention, I purchased all of my products from Look Healthy store. If you are going to purchase from Look Healthy store, you may get a notification from your bank asking if it's fraud, because I think because the actual company is located within China, it makes it seem like you're in China, but you're in North America or Europe or wherever. So just know that if that pops up, that's why. It's just, I think it makes it seem like you're traveling when you're not. But I got the combo, so it came with eyelash glue from that company, the little kitty cat company, and it came with application tweezers. I really like these. These are very handy. I have not used one. I haven't used eyelashes in kind of a long time. I've only just been getting back into them this year, but I've never used, when I did use them, a pair of tweezers like this. If you think you're bad at applying eyelashes, maybe you should get a pair of tweezers like this from Tweezerman or something, because these really do change the eyelash game pretty significantly. Okay, this is the brand that I am missing a lip product from. This was a gift with purchase that they put into my, order, which is one of the 2 lip liners that the brand has. Not shade inclusive, like it's 2 tones of beige when I looked into it. This is just like a beigey coral that you put all over your lips. I have since learned that this does have to go all over your lips. When I tried to use it as a lip liner like we do in North America with it just around your lips, it looks real crazy. But this is to blank out the entire lip space. But I don't use it often enough for it to go into my daily lip liner organizer. So that says something. The other lip product I got was like from the Teardrop collection, and it was blue. The shade was Silver Wings. It's gorgeous. I love the formula. It isn't a true blue on your lips. It just has some blue pearl in it, and it just is like, it's like barely there blue. It's not like putting on a blue lip product, which is what I was kind of hoping for when I bought it, but it wasn't. It's more natural, but very beautiful formula. Okay, now I got 2 lip products from the brand Girl Cult as well. I got J76, which is the holographic gray blue. It flips to purple as well. And I got the shade J79 Black Tea, which is like a very deep cool tone purple. I like these. Both of them smell like lychee to me. They smell like Asian fruit, so they smell like lychee. Or rambutans, I guess, depending on where you're from. I really like these. I tend to not reach for them though. I should reach for them more, and I think I only don't reach for them because of where they are within my collection. They're just not easily accessible. So I think I have to move some makeup products around so that I think of these and I reach for these more often because I want to use them. I bought them because I want to use them, but I've only had them for a couple months and I've only used them a handful of times because I'm just not thinking about them as lip products. Maybe it's where they are, where I store them. Maybe it's also the shape of them. I don't consider a rectangle to be a lip product shape. I think of cylinders instead of Oh my god, how embarrassing. Instead of a 3D rectangle. Okay, now moving into the brand Cheeryep, which is also known as Qianyan? Cheeryep is the English name. So I have two. I have one with the Chinese character name, and I have one palette with the English-speaking country name. This red palette is their eyeshadow palette. This is what all their eyeshadows kind of look like in the palette form, but this is the Freya 86 collaborative palette. It's a lot more purple than you think it is, like when I've been using it on my eyes. It is more of a purple palette, which is interesting because when I look at this, I don't think purple, but it is quite purple. I was hoping for more of like a gray nudie shade, and I don't know what I was thinking that this was going to give me gray nudes, because it doesn't. The grays pull very blue, which I do like and I prefer, because that means it's cool toned and it's made with a cool base tone. And then the glitter shimmer shadows are very interesting. The texture of them is very indie eyeshadow. If you've used Odin's Eye or like Cliona eyeshadows where it's kind of slick and oily feeling, that's what these shimmer shadows feel like from the brand. So that means that they have incredible payoff on the eyes or wherever you're putting them. And the other thing I found very interesting is most of these actually have holographic in them. They actually have the shimmer particles give off the entire rainbow. I've never seen that in any like North American, South American, European beauty brand before. They tend to not put holographic in things. So seeing that it is actually something you can do, but they just decide not to do, interesting. It's interesting. Overall though, I find that the mattes inside of this are a lot more user-friendly than they appear. They blend out very sheer. So if you make a mistake, it's very easy to fix, which you can't always do with other formulas that are matte. And then I got 4 singles. So they also sell single eyeshadow and cheek products. I have some eyeshadows here. I'm hoping you can see. So this one matte is a very cool tone neutral. I have 2 white shimmers. I prefer this one more than this one. This one is purple, like a multi-chrome. Ooh, that was good. That was a good shot. You could see there. And it's also very thick, oily, greasy. Love this shadow. It gives like a UV effect to anywhere that you put it. I've tried it as a highlighter. Gorgeous as a highlighter. And then this one, this is the one I'll swatch for you. Actually, let's do both. This one is Metal Moon. Oh, which is just, I mean, it is a gorgeous eyeshadow. And then this is the kind of UV effect one. They're just so beautiful. The Metal Moon one is more scattered. Like it's not like putting a sheet of metal on your eyes. Like it's all very individual. Same with the purple, but the effects of these are just so gorgeous. I actually have to kind of remind myself to not use them, because when I got my order in, I was using them all the time, that it was like, okay, I do need to have some kind of variation in my content, and I can't just keep using the same thing over and over and over again. Those 2 products were a major win from the Cheeryep brand, and I'm very excited for future purchases from them. Overall, when I ordered from Look Healthy's store, it took about a month from order date for it to actually arrive to me, but it took over a week for them to actually ship my order, because I think they forgot I placed my order, and I had to send them an email being like, hey, I placed this. It said that it would be shipped within 7 business days, and I think was at 10 business days when I sent that email. And then magically the next day I got my tracking number. So if you do order from Look Healthy store, just be on top of it and pay attention. Don't just assume that it's been shipped. Okay, the last brand that we are going to be talking about, yes, we are still in my cbeauty order, but this is the not best for last, but I think more common for last. We're talking about Kaleidos. I bought quite a number of things from Kaleidos. My goal was to be able to do a full face of Kaleidos Beauty, which I was able to do. This one is Paradise Venus? No. Venus Trap. It's very pink, very gray. I've used it quite a few times and I've used a lot of the shadows individually, not really reaching for the palette to use all together, just to use them in other makeup looks. But much like the Cheeryep Freya red palette, the mattes are gorgeous. They're very not scary. They're easily blendable if you make a mistake. And this shimmer packs a punch. They do not play around in the Chinese beauty world. If you want shimmer, they gotcha. Now moving on to face products, I have one blush here. This is the 3D Soft Light Mono Matte Blusher in P09 Pale Rose. Gorgeous, love it. You can see how much I've digged in and used this blush since I've gotten it a couple months back now. I am for sure going to be getting more of this formula. I find it lasts all day on my skin pH. It doesn't really fade for me. I know some people have said that this formula fades for them, but I think that's more of luck of the draw with your skin pH, whether or not the blush will fade. But I know they have like a bright cherry red one. I'm looking at that one. Also for face, I got this Moon Cruiser highlighter. This is the shade Space Age G05. Love this. It's a duochrome highlighter. It is very alien. It is glittery. It is 2016, but better in my opinion. I've used it as a highlighter. You can see there's some blue, so I've used it as an eyeshadow as well. It is nothing like I've ever used before. Since it is basically a very big glitter eyeshadow pan, you're using glitter, it's going to go everywhere when you do whip it out, so just be aware of that. And I do know that they sell these at Urban Outfitters in Canada, but I love this and I'm looking for one more color. I think it's the pink one. It's like the same base of it and it just goes pink. It's not the pink and gold one. There's a pink and gold. It's a very big series within Kaleidos. They have quite a number of shades, but I don't want all of them because some of the glitter reflex I don't need. And last for cheeks, I got the Symphony Tricolor Matte Contour Palette. This is the colorway S00 Fair, S01 Light. I went with Fair because the two colors in here are definitely contour colors. This one is more of like a bronzer where it's like kind of a contour, kind of a bronzer because it's more neutral. This one is definitely contour. And surprise, surprise, I have been using this highlight shade so much. I really love this highlight powder. I've been using it under my eyes, down my nose, on my chin, on my highlight area before I use a shimmer highlight, and I was not expecting it. I definitely bought this palette for these two products only, and this one was going to be hit or miss. I would honestly say that this shade is more of a hit than this, which I was not expecting. I really love it. If you are a makeup artist, I would definitely look into getting a bunch or the entire series of these. These are more expensive, but the shades and the way that they're just so gorgeously matte on the skin, they're a powder but they're undetectable where you place them. It is just beautiful, very editorial, very natural, very like, oh my god, everything about this is such a yes, 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 yes. I don't see myself ever not having this product available for me to use. That's how much I've been loving it. The last two Kaleidos products are Last Smoke and Free Fall. These are both lip glosses. Free Fall I have on my lips today. It is a gray, more of a purple gray with some gray white shimmer in it. It is not overly sparkly. I was kind of hoping this would be able to replace Pat McGrath Labs glosses, but it's not quite what I'm looking for as a replacement. And I have 101 Last Smoke, which is a gorgeous nude, true mauve color. Gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Using the Uhue liner all over and then putting this on is definitely highly recommended, and more of the way that you should be wearing them compared to just like tap tap tapping. Like, these are meant to be put on your lips, and it's a very comfortable formula. These ones don't have the fruity smell like Girl Cult does. I would say these are just standard makeup smell. They just smell like makeup. But these two, ooh, they're so good. I'm so glad I picked these up. I do have to take a break. I need to pause and reset mentally, and my camera needs to cool down. Okay, I hope my camera cooled down enough for me to continue. So the next PR that I'm going to be talking about is from NYX Cosmetics Canada. It was for like a favorites box that they were sending out, so it was a little bit of everything. I'll start with one that I know I love because I have used it before. The NYX Buttermelt Blush. This is the shade My But a Half. I really like the blush formula. I just wish it wasn't so scented once again. I think the scent is a little overbearing some days, and I find that I sometimes don't reach for the Buttermelt line because of the smell. So I wish that they would sell a unscented version, but this is just the baby pink blush. I did a whisper of it on my face today over top of the YSL blush. It's nice, it's popular, everyone loves it for a reason. I do think if you want a more affordable blush, look into the Buttermelt line. They have quite a lot of shades in this formula. You just have to be very cautious when you put it on because it is, and they pack a punch. The next product they sent was the Epic Ink liner. This is a pen eyeliner, and I haven't used a pen eyeliner in many years. So I tried to use this once since I got it, and it was a disaster, and you will never see the footage from me trying to use it. I still haven't decided if it's necessarily for me. I'm not too sure. Very black eyeliner that you may have interest in. I also find that it is quite watery though, which made my application get a little bit chaotic really fast. And then they sent over the brow glue. This is the clear version. I think universal? I think it's universal. I'm not someone to get eyebrow advice from, obviously. I don't have eyebrows that need to be set into place. They don't really misbehave in that way. It's a good eyebrow gel and it does its job, but I don't really have the eyebrow hair where I would be able to see if this actually does anything. You would have to find someone else who has stubborn eyebrows to see if they like it. And then the last thing they sent over was the NYX Fat Oil Chills in the blue shade though, so they do know me, and they did send over the blue, which I do appreciate. I just was hoping it wouldn't be too tingly because it's more of a minty cooling, but it was still too spicy for my lips, so that's a bit of a bummer. And I did use it on my lips, so I can't give it forward to anyone. Yeah. A bit of a bummer because I was hoping I would like it, but it's too tingly for me. Moving on to my last bit of PR before we finish off with purchased products. I have two mascaras here. I have the Lancome Flutter Extension and the Perez Waterproof in the brown shade. I really like the Perez Waterproof. I think it does its job really well. I do find when I apply it, somehow I have brown flecks all over my hands. So somehow this formula is really easy to flick off of your eyelashes when you're applying it, and I don't understand how that's possible, but it does last all day long. It is waterproof. I find it doesn't smudge on my eyes at all, which is all we can hope for, and it does hold my eyelash curl. As for the Flutter Extension, I got this during the winter time, like in March-ish. I got this at the pop-up they had at Square One on the influencer content creator open day, and I had a little bit of a painting customization done to it. It's a good mascara. I have found, depending on the day, that it does transfer when I blink my eyes. So I haven't really made up my mind to how I feel about it, but I love the effect. Like I have it on my eyes today. I actually did the Air Perez and then I did this one on top. And I love the effect. I think it is better than the Seal mascara, but because this transfers, I haven't made up my mind. I still think that the Lash Idol original and the Seal are still above this one. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Okay, and I have my last 3 products. I have 2 eye products here. One is the Milani eyeshadow primer. I have never tried this before. It is very good. It's very cost effective. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Eye Potion, the original one. I used that one many moons ago and I don't use Urban Decay anymore, so I'm very happy about this one. And it was a recommendation from the Shoppers Drug Mart employee. So I'm very happy little camper. And I only needed it because usually I don't need any kind of eye primer because just the way that my eyes have been in the past, they've been able to hold on to eyeshadow placed where it is. But something about this summer, or my skin has changed recently, it's just that isn't working for me, and I have found myself needing an eyeshadow primer for a couple months now because in 40 degrees Celsius heat, I don't think anything can last without a primer. And this product is from Sephora. This is the Violet France eye paint in the cobalt blue, which they call Dieu Bleu. Gorgeous. This is the bluest blue that I possibly own. It is stunning. However, if you are a blue connoisseur like me and you love blue eyeshadow, this is a fantastic one to have in your collection, but it is so finicky. This is a true matte eyeshadow paint. You have to work fast and you have to be efficient with your application, because if you're not, it gets out of hand really fast and it doesn't like to blend once it's dry, or it'll pick up on itself and you'll get a patchy mess. So I don't really recommend this if you aren't familiar with that kind of eyeshadow. I would recommend you try the Danessa Myricks Color Fix tubes first, and if you can work quickly with that, then you can move on to this Violet France, because this is too expensive for you to not be able to use. Or if you do get it, you'll have to probably have some practice days of getting to learn the formula before you're confident enough to wear it out in public. So it's kind of funny. I really like it, but it is definitely a more professional formula, which I wasn't really expecting when I purchased it. This feels very like 2018 liquid eyeshadow compared to 2025 liquid eyeshadow, but I think it has to be in order to get this much ultramarine into the formula. It kind of has to have that super matte dry down property to it. And the last product I have here is the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Tint. This is the shade 1N. It is not a skin tint. This is a light coverage foundation, and the bottle and website even classifies it as a foundation, so don't be fooled by the name Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. This is a foundation. I really like this. I've been reaching for it a lot. I don't have it on my face today, but I really like it. It lasts throughout the heat if you prep your skin correctly. This lasted me through standing outside in the sunshine for like 20 minutes at the MAC event I went to. I really like this. I really recommend it. I understand if you don't want to purchase from the Kardashian or Jenners. I really didn't either. I actually wanted the Lisa Eldridge skin tint, but this one is $20 cheaper. So this one got my money. And the shades within the Kylie skin tint were actually pretty good. I wish they had a neutral that's in between shade 1 and shade 2.5. I wish there was a 1.5 because I think that would be a better match for me. That one is a little bit too pale, but I wear it anyways because I would rather have my foundation be too light than too dark, especially for fair skin. Anything that's too dark I find looks crazy rather than too light. But yeah, that is all of the makeup to catch up on for you guys. Hopefully things are slowing down. I haven't gotten a lot of PR emails about any upcoming launches. So hopefully as we get into the end of summer and fall, Oh, there goes my light. Good timing. Hopefully into the summer and fall things will slow down and I'll have time to use up some of my makeup. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. While you're down there, you could hit subscribe so I can pop up in your feed more often. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Both are Claire Cuckoo as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!